Hello, I'm Bettina Cornwell, and this is Sponsorship Linked Marketing. Let's talk about sponsorship services ecosystem. So this is work with Abby and Rachel. They're in the references, and our thinking was it's a complex situation when you have sponsorship, a number of sponsors with a sport property. But the total situation, how do we think that in terms of services and sport and sponsorship? And this process that I'll talk about is about stadium sponsorship or arena kind of sponsorship, but it can apply to any sport, art, entertainment. You just have to map your own variables to this thinking. So let's start with this centerpiece. We've got the sport property and the sponsor coming together. That takes a number of services on each side. Oftentimes there are independent sport agencies hired to make this relationship work. But once we get it set, then we start with the process of moving toward a game, an event, a season of play. So let's begin over here with governing bodies and rules. So these change. We have some that have changed recently that are important to sport and sponsorship. Probably the first one would be betting and the legalization of sports betting in the United States. We have a number of sponsors coming in providing betting services in venue, but also on apps and things like that. So new sponsorship opportunities opening up in that space. Providing entertainment, a service to fans and consumers. Another change in rules would be the name, image, likeness for collegiate athletes, allowing them personal sponsorship and changing a long history of NCAA ruling regarding what athletes can do. So safety is probably not your top discussion point for services and sponsorship, but in the COVID pandemic, we saw a number of cleaning products, cleaning services come in as sponsors that we'd never seen before because opportunity was there to provide a safer environment for the venue, right? For the teams and for the fans. So a cleaning service working in this sense with the sport and with that property, that sponsor. Okay, so the venue, the teams, the fans, they also potentially can be involved in fan clubs and booster clubs that help create a different product, a positive experience when you're there. Some community feeling that supports, again, this overall relationship. Logistics, that's an interesting one and oftentimes an issue, and it becomes a very important issue when we talk about host communities. So what are their concerns? They're concerned about traffic, they're concerned about environmental impact, pollution, they're concerned about being crowded out when a sport is in town from the things that they would like to do and normally do, and how do you manage that? Again, service being offered with ride share is being considered by many arenas, and we see them making space now, opening up a place for the ride-shared Lyft, Uber to come in, to drop off, to pick up in a crowded environment that reduces the pressure on private cars, but also sometimes on public transportation, and allows for the logistics to work nicely. Lots of planning involved with that, getting it right. Another area is media. Here we have the broadcasters, we have the streaming services. Even for small events, you're still going to have streaming services, even if it's on social media. But those opportunities and the relationship to services are there. And when you get ready to have that event, to make a place with the right backdrop for a influencer or for interviews, you're coordinating with the sponsor usually to make that happen in the most professional way so that when it's posted, everyone is comfortable and happy with the product. Okay, so just some thoughts on this relationship between services, sport, and the sponsorship ecosystem. Thank you.